This is quite an intriguing video. It features a young boy and his father exploring Yellowstone National Park. While they admire a group of elk, the boy notices something unusual behind them. The father zooms in on the grazing elk and slows down the footage. In the background, circled in red, you can spot the figure. It seems to be among some logs, possibly foraging for something. Though it's a bit too distant to make out clearly, the boy and his father are convinced it was a Bigfoot. I'm not here to say what they did or didn't see, and honestly, I can't be sure either. My only hesitation is that if it were a predator, the elk don't seem alarmed or even aware of its presence. Perhaps if it is Bigfoot, they don't perceive it as a threat. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Can anyone identify what that creature might be?
This video has been circulating for ages and supposedly shows a Florida skunk ape moving swiftly through the tall grass in the Everglades. I've never come across a solid explanation for what it could be. The skunk ape is said to inhabit swamps, forests, and other wilderness areas, especially in the southeastern US, with Florida being a common location. It's described as a large, hairy, bipedal creature, standing between 6 and 8 feet tall and weighing up to 400 pounds. It reportedly has reddish or brownish fur and a strong, distinct odor, which is how it got the name skunk ape. Many believe it could be related to the Bigfoot of the Pacific Northwest. If you have more information about this video or skunk apes in general, feel free to share in the comments.
This next Bigfoot video comes from southeast Oklahoma. While most of Oklahoma is flat, the southeastern region is densely wooded and could easily be a suitable habitat for Bigfoot. The Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, BFRO, has gone there to investigate a potential Bigfoot sighting captured on camera. They're hoping their recreation will clarify the video's authenticity. The video, recorded in 2011, features 2 kids demonstrating how to make the perfect s'mores. As they give instructions, you can see a figure running in the background. The boys don't react at all and were unaware of the creature until they reviewed the footage 2 days later. 2 BFRO members strongly believe this could be a Bigfoot, while another remains skeptical. While it may not be Bigfoot, I have to agree that the boys' body language seems genuine, and they likely had no part in creating a hoax. After the recreation, the skeptical BFRO member points out that the figure appears human-sized, with no clear evidence to suggest it's Bigfoot rather than a person. She also notes that there are houses nearby, making it possible for someone to be running through the tree line. A significant detail, she adds, is that the town has a history of Bigfoot lore, with a local gift shop and an annual festival celebrating the creature. She raises an interesting question. Is this a case of the evidence creating the myth, or the myth creating the evidence? On the other hand, believers argue that no one would be running in a Bigfoot suit in 114-degree weather. They insist that the kids and their father were not involved, and southeast Oklahoma is known for frequent Bigfoot sightings. Both sides make compelling points. What do you think? Personally, I believe the kids likely weren't involved with the figure in the video, but I'm still uncertain about what it actually was. A video posted by the channel Long Island Bigfoot supposedly shows a Bigfoot braving a snowstorm in the woods near a trail. As you'll see, the visibility isn't great, and honestly, I'm having trouble spotting anything, though it seems I'm in the minority. All the comments on the video are praising it, saying things like amazing, awesome capture, and incredible. Personally, I'm struggling to see it. I can sort of make out something moving in the snow and trees, almost right in the center of the screen. But to me, it could be anything. Then again, I'm no expert with a trained eye, so take my opinion for what it's worth. Plus, I watched the video so many times my eyes were practically crossing. The original poster mentioned that after confirming the Bigfoot had left, they checked the area and found downed trees blocking the trailhead, which looked like they had been deliberately placed there. I doubt anyone would be out in that weather doing that. Our next story features a father and daughter who were out filming in the woods for their popular YouTube channel, Leanna Run. Normally their videos are upbeat and cheerful, but this day was different. As they walked through the forest, unaware of the looming danger, they suddenly felt a powerful presence following them. The father looked around, but kept the camera focused on his daughter, Leanna, unaware of what was creeping closer. Suddenly they noticed movement, a massive creature darting between the trees. It was difficult to identify as it moved quickly,
Both of them were shocked and immediately thought, could this be Bigfoot? The footage they captured was so convincing they could hardly believe it was real. Though filled with fear, they were relieved the creature didn't attack. They shared the video on their channel and asked viewers to share their thoughts in the comments. The video quickly went viral, captivating people worldwide with the mystery of the creature in the woods. So, I'd love to know, have you seen the video? What do you think it could be? And do you think it might be a publicity stunt?
This next clip comes from the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization, RMSO, who recently received an intriguing photograph of a potential Bigfoot sighting from central Minnesota. A contributor named Alicia S. sent them a snapshot of what she believes is a Sasquatch. The photo was originally taken by her friend's daughter, who was out photographing deer for her father. It wasn't until 3 days later, after zooming in, that they noticed a figure seemingly being observed by one of the deer. The girl mentioned that their German Shepherd had been acting anxious ever since the day they took that photo, though they didn't know why at the time. Now, they think they do. RMSO responded, finding the story fascinating, and asked if Alicia lived near where the picture was taken. She confirmed that she had lived in the area her entire life. Minnesota is known as a hotspot for Bigfoot activity, and every member of Alicia's family has their own Sasquatch story to share. What do you think of this photo? Minnesota has long been associated with numerous Bigfoot sightings, including videos and pictures. Bigfoot is also known for watching game animals like deer and elk, so this isn't the first time such behavior has been captured. Let me know your thoughts. I'm curious to hear them.
The creature captured in this footage exhibits a curious mix of human and primate traits, raising fascinating questions about its identity. Unlike typical primates, this being walks upright on 2 legs, much like a human. The similarities don't stop there. Its limb proportions, especially the hands and legs, bear a striking resemblance to those of a human. However, the creature's fur-covered body sets it apart from any human appearance. Unfortunately, the footage suffers from poor lighting and low resolution, making it difficult to discern its facial features. While it's impossible to make a clear identification based on this footage, it's hard to imagine its face being human-like, given its otherwise primate-like characteristics. Many in the cryptid community, fueled by numerous sightings and photos of Bigfoot, are inclined to believe this creature is indeed a Sasquatch. This belief is shared by the individual who unexpectedly captured the footage. Interestingly, the area where the trail camera was set up has a history of Bigfoot sightings, lending some credibility to the claim, given the creature's massive size, estimated at around 9 feet tall. The possibility of it being a Bigfoot isn't as far-fetched as it might initially seem. What do you think? Share your thoughts and theories. I'd love to hear your take on this mysterious footage.
The following footage comes from the Saskatchewan River in Canada. While the title may not immediately give it away, I assure you, this video reveals something many believe exists only in legend. Feeling skeptical? Keep watching. This intriguing clip was recorded by a group of friends on a fishing trip. As you'd expect, they were busy with typical fishing activities, baiting their hooks and hoping for a catch. But unexpectedly, they noticed a strange creature lurking just a few feet away. If you focus on the right side of the video, you'll spot it. Did you see it? The creature strikingly resembles some kind of primate, yet it's significantly larger and appears to be walking upright with ease. This kind of bipedal movement is something usually associated with humans, not apes. The creature's body is covered in a full coat of brown fur, adding to its mysterious appearance. While we can only speculate on what brought it to the riverbank, one thing is certain: it wasn't looking for attention. Upon realizing it had been spotted, the creature quickly dashed for the nearby tree line. The startled onlookers, unsure of what they had just witnessed, scrambled to leave the area. After posting the footage online, the group became convinced they had encountered Bigfoot. I have to admit, the creature bears an uncanny resemblance to the legendary figure. Like many other reported Bigfoot sightings, this creature didn't seem particularly interested in human presence, only wanting to avoid attention. While part of me is tempted to believe this could be real, my skepticism makes me question the authenticity of the video. The group's reaction feels a bit off to me, though that might just be me overanalyzing things. But I don't want to be a downer. What's your take on this? I'd love to hear your thoughts on the situation. This drone footage comes from deep within Salt Fork Park in Ohio. The video starts off as you'd expect, but around the 5-minute mark, You might notice something hidden in the thick undergrowth. Focus on the left side of the screen as the drone descends. Watch closely. As the event happens quickly, some viewers claim they can see a large creature pause and look up as the drone flies by. Some even speculate it could be a daytime Bigfoot sighting. While I can see what they're talking about, I personally don't notice any movement, and it might just be a tree. Let me know your thoughts and theories. Did you spot anything? Share in the comments.
Check out this video. In the trees, there's a dark figure moving around. When it realizes it's being filmed, it tries to hide behind some trees, all the while keeping an eye on the people recording. The person who shared the video is convinced it's Bigfoot. I'm not entirely sure though. It could just be a bear. I can see how someone might think it's Bigfoot, especially given the different angles and the shaky camera work. The creature is covered in fur and moves in a way that resembles how a person might walk. Believers argue that the only creature known to look and move like that is the elusive Bigfoot. What do you think? Is this real footage of the legendary creature, or is someone trying to pull a prank on us? Earlier this year, a video was released that supposedly shows a Bigfoot. It hasn't been widely circulated, but the story goes that a man was clearing some trails after a storm, and claims he filmed what he initially thought was a bear. However, once the creature stood upright, he realized it was a sasquatch. I won't make you watch the entire video as I can't even make out what's in it, but I want to give you a chance to see if you can spot anything. Here's the relevant part.
See him back there, he's way back there, you see him? It's a blonde one too, he's just peeking right here. Right here. He's staring at us, this fucker. Holy. I can't zoom any further there, boys, but that's it right there, look at him. He's just up there. Oh, there he is, he's moving. Where did he go here? Where did he go? Behind me here too. Heard that branch break. I can see that guy, he's gone here. I don't know. Jeez, boys. I'm old too, so leave me alone on the shaky camera, alright? I'm learning. Holy.
You can hear him narrating what's happening in the video, but I can't see or hear what he's describing. At the end, he apologizes for the shaky camera work, saying he's old and will improve. To be honest, I don't think the camera work is the main issue. I suspect the problem is that the Sasquatch might not actually be there. Still, let me know if you can see something that I might have missed. Next, we have a brief clip showing a beaver hiding in the grass. However, there's more to this footage than meets the eye. The beaver hunkers down and remains still, a common tactic for small prey to avoid detection by predators. This method might not be foolproof if the predator relies on scent, but it can be effective against sight-based predators. Take a closer look, and you'll see something else crossing the frame. In the next moment, a large figure appears, too big to fit entirely within the camera's view. From what we can see, it looks like the legs of a Bigfoot. Fortunately for the beaver, the Bigfoot seems uninterested and continues on its way. Although the video quality isn't great, we can still observe the creature's gait. Notice how it walks effortlessly on two legs. Some biologists suggest that Bigfoot sightings across North America might actually be a large, undocumented species of gorilla. However, videos like this seem to challenge that theory. While primates can stand on two legs, they don't walk with the same ease as humans. Of course, we're assuming this video is genuine and not altered. I'd love to hear your theories on this. Share your thoughts in the comments. In our next trail cam footage, we're taken into the woods during a rainstorm. Imagine trekking through the wet forest when you suddenly spot something that looks like a middle-aged man. But as you get a closer look, you realize it's not a man at all. It's covered in fur. The thought hits you. Could this be a real Bigfoot? You feel a mix of fear and adrenaline. That's exactly what you'll see in this clip. Pay close attention, and you'll notice it moving through the trees. At first, it might appear to be an ordinary man, but it seems to be a creature standing over 7 feet tall. Could this be the real Bigfoot? Or is it just someone in an elaborate costume? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
I'd love to hear what you think. Here's a recent trail cam capture that might provide evidence for the existence of Bigfoot. The clear, close-up footage belongs to a man named Sony Veng, who has set up a trail camera deep in the Canadian woods. While he usually records wildlife, this time he caught something much wilder than he expected. Upon reviewing the footage triggered by the motion sensor, he discovered a huge, dark, hairy creature. This being is enormous, with broad shoulders, a wide stance, and a massive head. It stands there moving slowly and seems to notice the camera. It then gradually ducks down, trying to hide. We can only see it from the waist up, making it difficult to gauge its height precisely. However, the ground behind it slopes downward significantly. The torso to head measurement appears to be around 4 feet, which represents only half of the creature's height, as human legs typically account for at least half of their total height. If this holds true for Bigfoot, the creature would likely be around 8 feet tall, which makes it unlikely to be a person in a costume. What's striking about this footage is its close-up and clear view, offering a detailed look at the Sasquatch-like creature. What do you think? This could be some of the clearest footage of a potential Bigfoot ever captured. In the eerie forest, a man set out for a solo hike. He ventured deep into the dense woods when he started hearing strange noises. Movement ahead, accompanied by growls and grunts. Alarmed, he quickly pulled out his camera and began filming. Out of breath and panicked, the man captured footage of a dark, hairy, bipedal creature running through the forest and vegetation. When the footage is slowed down, some of the clearest shots emerge, showing a creature that bears a striking resemblance to a Sasquatch. With its dome-shaped head, the creature seems smaller than a typical Bigfoot, leading some to speculate that it might be a juvenile. Bigfoot, one of North America's most infamous cryptids, is reported in thousands of sightings each year, with some encounters including compelling footage like this. However, skeptics in the comments suggested it could simply be someone in a costume. The uploader, convinced he captured something extraordinary, insisted it was genuine. What do you think? Here is an incredibly clear video of what appears to be a Bigfoot. There's not much context provided, but the footage is so clear that it seems convincing. Which is why I had to include it in this video. From what we know, the video comes from a trail camera set up somewhere in the forest. It starts recording as a Bigfoot-like creature sits directly in front of the camera. The creature looks quite realistic, with its long, straggly hair and neanderthal-like facial features. Its face has a human-like quality, but is too primate-like to be fully human. Interestingly, its movements are very human-like as well. The main debate centers around whether this is a real Bigfoot or just a person in a costume. Since we don't have much background information, it's difficult to confirm or dismiss either theory. What I do know is that this is some of the clearest potential Bigfoot footage you'll ever come across. I thought you'd find it interesting, and it could spark some great discussion. Do you think it's genuine or just an elaborate hoax? Talk about serendipity. A surprising Bigfoot sighting occurred when a YouTuber, known for his car reviews, was test driving an ATV. While focused on his evaluation, he unintentionally captured what many believe to be Bigfoot on camera. If you look closely at the left side of the trail, you'll spot a shadowy, furry figure walking into the trees. It seems like Bigfoot decided to make a guest appearance right as the video was being recorded. Historically, these creatures were elusive and difficult to spot, often requiring considerable effort. Now, it seems that just being in the right forest or mountainous area at the right time might offer a rare glimpse, or perhaps we're just encountering increasingly convincing hoaxes. Our next clip features a familiar face. I don't need to tell you that the still image
captured by a trail camera in Oregon, is said to show a Bigfoot. The question for you is, are we looking at genuine photographic evidence, or is this just another fake circulating online? When we analyze the image, we can see that the creature's face appears more ape-like than most descriptions of Bigfoot. Typically, those who claim to have encountered the bipedal creature describe its face as a blend of ape and human, with strikingly human-like eyes. However, with so few clear images of this cryptid, it's hard to say what's accurate and what isn't, until more evidence emerges. We've discussed Bigfoot theories on this channel before. One theory suggests that the creature known as Bigfoot might simply be a large, undocumented primate, living in small populations across North America. Elusive, yes, but not necessarily a cryptid. Let us know what you think. With so many reported sightings over the years, there may be some truth to Bigfoot's existence. But where do we draw the line between myth and fact? Like many of you, I've experienced sounds that made me stop in my tracks, sounds I just couldn't quite identify. For me, most of the time it's turned out to be animals mating, or their calls echoing through the forest. But check out what this gentleman recorded on a snowy day and let me know your thoughts.
What that is? I don't know. Scary.
Now, I'm not entirely sure what this sound is, but my gut tells me it's something in distress. The man didn't reveal his location, but judging by the snowy backdrop, I'd guess he's somewhere in the northern United States. Another big clue is the strength of the sound. This isn't coming from a small animal. The call felt powerful and guttural. My first instinct is a mountain lion, and I think we can safely rule out a wolf or bear, but I'm still unsure. Another possibility is that it could be a cryptid of some sort. Although I'm not convinced Bigfoot would make such vocalizations, as it would risk drawing attention to itself. It's possible that the creature could be injured or caught in a trap. I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. What do you think?
A man was filming a peaceful scene of a woman, likely his wife, walking hand in hand with a child. Everything seems calm until a strange creature suddenly appears, heading toward the woods. The woman notices the creature and stops, while the person behind the camera also seems to realize something unusual is happening, just before the video cuts off. The creature resembles the common depiction of Bigfoot, large, ape-like, and walking somewhat like a human. However, there's something odd about how it moves. Its walk seems almost too human, like someone wearing a costume. As much as I enjoy Bigfoot stories and videos, this one feels off. Why would someone casually film their family unless they were expecting something strange to happen? If a large creature like that were near your child, wouldn't you react? Yet, everyone in the video remains unusually calm, especially the mother, whose reaction seems out of the ordinary. It almost feels like the video was staged. What's your take? You can also spot a bright light in the woods, adding another layer of mystery.
This next clip features a series of still images that some are claiming show a Bigfoot, with the added credibility that these were taken by a wildlife biologist's trail camera. I have to admit, it looks pretty convincing. What stands out is that the creature has a different type of face than what we usually see in such sightings. When zoomed in, you can notice its human-like eyes paired with a broad, ape-like nose. The images are said to have been taken somewhere in the US, so it's clear this isn't some kind of gorilla. What do you think about this one? Let me know your thoughts. Eerie footage from Georgia shows what seems to be a bipedal creature walking across some train tracks. However, many viewers in the comments aren't convinced. Most don't believe it's Bigfoot or any other cryptid. In fact, the majority think it's just a drunk person. Though the video was uploaded as a cryptid sighting, I'll give a slight edge to that theory. However, the footage is so grainy that it could just as easily be an ordinary man. This clip takes us right into the realm of the mysterious, unsettling, and frankly, the downright baffling. Take a moment to really examine what we're seeing here. Do you spot it? We're faced with a creature covered in hair, but intriguingly, it has some smoother areas. Usually, when reviewing trail cam footage of unusual creatures, a closer look or a bit of thought helps us figure out what we're seeing. But this clip defies easy identification. While we see a mass of hair, there are no distinct features, no eyes, ears, or limbs that could give us any clues. In an effort to solve this mystery, we ran the image through our specialized database of known cryptids and paranormal entities. No matches. We even tried a Google image search, hoping technology might provide a clue, but again, no luck. So here we are, left with a strange, hairy creature that resists identification. I'm all out of guesses at this point. What's your take on this unusual capture? Have you ever seen or heard of anything like it? Your insights might just be the key to solving this mystery. This video was uploaded by a popular cryptid site called Squatch Washers, known for their mission to uncover footage of the elusive sasquatch. In this particular clip, filmed by an unidentified hiker, the focus is on the distant trees when, suddenly, a large figure appears, moving through the forest. The creature is exceptionally tall, with a hefty build, covered in thick brown fur. It unexpectedly pauses, as if sensing something, and then quickly dashes back into the woods. That's where the video ends. The person who captured the footage believes they filmed Bigfoot, suggesting the creature may have noticed the camera and fled. Witnessing such legendary beings is always fascinating, and this footage could potentially be one of those rare encounters. What do you all think? A video circulating on TikTok claims to show a real Bigfoot sighting during a hike. In the footage, you can spot a shadowy figure in the distance, and the person filming clearly didn't expect it. As they zoom in, the figure appears part human, part ape, with thick dark fur and a broad build. What makes it even more unsettling is that the creature seems to be staring directly into the camera, almost as if it's unhappy about being filmed. Whether or not this is truly Bigfoot is hard to say. Maybe the TikTok user stumbled upon something rare, or maybe it's something else entirely. The truth remains a mystery.